is a new one by the Urchins, and the album is almost done, which is awesome. So this one's called Eye of the Storm, the Urchins. Dig this.
Great.
I know what kills me, and I know what keeps me alive. And when you're with me, you know there's nothing to hide. Fade out, now the storm has passed, and there ain't no stopping me. Fade out, I'ma waste my time, 'cause I'm out this misery. Keeps me alive, and when you're with me, you know there's nothing to hide away. Fade out, now the storm has passed, and there ain't no stopping me. Fade out, I'ma waste my time, 'cause I'm out this misery. Fade out of the rain.
The Urchins, Eye of the Storm. Now that's on their upcoming album, which is almost done, by the way. So very cool, and they have been so good to us over the past year or so by pretty much giving us a new track almost every other week. So very thankful for that. And you know, this was a great tune. I love the vocals, and has got that kind of great old school feel to it, like old 60s, 70s mixed with kind of almost like a new age kind of pop kind of rock mix, but they do it so well and it sounds so good. I do appreciate it, and the vocals are always great.
Yeah, I agree. Excellent vocals, and the production of that is really lush, and everything is huge and steeped in all kinds of echo and reverb. It has a very distinctive, cool vibe to it. I enjoyed it very much.
I did too. I always look forward to hearing their new stuff. Yeah, there's just kind of a sort of a dreamy wash of sound that's going on, and yet if you really listen carefully, so many of the things are actually distinct in it, even though it's sort of all blended together. And the vocals are just, he has such a purity of his vocals that really cuts through all of that. And yeah, really great tune. I loved it.
Right on. So next up, we're going to get to a new artist that just started following me last week, and he's under Folkwood Music. So this is Folkwood, and the song's called Gypsy Moon. Dig this.
Gypsy moonshine down on us as we make our way through the storm. We don't want to head back, we're not tired yet. Well, that don't mean that we don't know our name. Satellites sparkling overhead feed sunshine, joy, and war upon our hands. And all depends on the chemical you blow. Watch anything long enough and it becomes your soul. The money you beg is all you ever had, and the war you thought it settles up instead. Your moral purity through forces dead, and the people you saved was all in your head. Gypsy moon, shine on me, shine on me now. The gypsy moon, the lessons we learn inside the darkest hours make the daybreak warm, even if for just a while. And the sorrow you bring tries to rain on our parade. But if you take a look, it hovers over you instead. The money you beg was all you ever had, and the war you thought it settles up instead. Your moral purity through forces dead, and the people you saved was all in your head. Gypsy moon. The money you beg was all you ever had, and the war you thought it settles up instead. Your moral purity through forces dead, and the people you saved was all in your
Folkwood and Gypsy Moon. Now, this was pretty cool because, like I said, he started following me probably about a week and a bit ago, and he asked me if we could review some of his music, and obviously we get a lot of it, so we'll be doing it week by week here. But this song was really cool, and even though it's called Folkwood, I detected a little bit of alternative mixed in with that folk as well. But it sounded pretty good, and he did a great job. I really love the vocals on it.
Yeah, I agree. Great vocals, interesting stuff going on harmonically in that tune. He would kind of drift in and out between a couple different keys, which I thought was very effective. I liked it when the big guitars kicked in toward the end. That was kind of sealed the deal. It was Great tune.
Great tune. I love the texture of it and the vocals. Obscure reference, maybe. When it first started off, the vocals remember Crash Test Dummies?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it was sort of a mix between Crash Test Dummies and Eddie Vedder. I mean, it was just because you don't often hear that deep of a voice in a lot of vocals, and it just works really great with the guitar work that he's doing. Yeah, great.
Wow,
great.
that is a crazy reference, Catherine. And,
No.
and that's not a bad thing because, the first thing I think of when I think of both bands with Crash Test Dummies, I think of the song, right? Because it pretty much displays how deep his voice really goes.
Right.
But for Eddie Vedder on his side of things, I think of the album 10, but I think of the song called Porch. And even though it's like super deep, it does hit those kind of like lower parts in the song. If you remember that song at all.
I actually don't, but those voices really cut through, even though they're that low. Because I think a lot of males pitch their voices a little higher just so they can cut through the guitars and all of that. But yeah.
No, well, Porch is I think it's the second to last song on 10.
Okay.
So it's just before it's either just before Release Me or just before that.
Okay.
But it's a great song, and it's got a really cool kind of blues, kind of rockish riff to it, and the vocals are just fantastic. And when I first got the album, I know obviously the big ones were Alive and Jeremy and One and that sort of thing, but Porch was always my favorite song on that album, and even Release Me, even though Release Me was a cover, and I'm not sure of who, but either way, another easy Pearl Jam song to play, and a fun one to jam to as well. So there's a couple of quick side notes for you. So that's my feelings on Pearl Jam in 10.
And actually, Brian, whenever you go off on those, I always write it down so that I go listen to it later.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I talk about stuff because I like it, and I want other people to hear it, kind of try to take the same thing away from it that I do,
Yeah.
Or not only that, but just they can form their own opinion as well, and it's fine. That's what it's all about. But I just like to spread the word, and it's one of those things where I think in my head sometimes too is like, I love this type of music, and I wish a lot of people would as well, and just kind of see it for what it is. So next up, we're going to get to another new song by Operation Neptune. And this one's called Nomad. Dig this.
Just as